Hello, everyone. Good morning. Welcome to Magic School. I'm Kimberly, and we are going to be talking about food for our chakras today in our class. So let me share some fun, colorful slides. Hopefully everyone can see that. And we'll begin. So we're talking today about the chakras. So the chakras are energy centers, little balls of energy inside our body. And there's many, many different ones. They're all really pretty colors too. But there's 7 main ones, but there's a lot more outside our body too, underneath our feet and up above our head. But we're going to talk about the 7 major ones. You can see them here on the right. There's red, orange, yellow, green, blue, and purple. And we're going to be talking about this in relation to food. So how we can feed our chakras and our energy and the energy in our body. So my name is Kim or Kimberly. You can call me either one. It's up to you. Maybe Kim's a little easier. And I love food and cooking and really healthy food and nutrition. And I love seeing food as energy because the rice that we eat or the vegetables that we eat or the apples and carrots that we eat all have energy and life force inside them. I live in Australia. I don't know where you all live, maybe also in Australia or in different parts of the country, or maybe you live somewhere else. So you can let me know in the chat. And I used to have a health food store, so kind of like a supermarket or a small one, and a classroom in there where we taught cooking classes. And we did a lot of cooking classes with kids as well. And my hobbies, I really love cooking and swimming and dancing. All are really good ways of getting more energy in the body too, by the way. You can cook and be really happy and have more energy. You can go swimming or dancing. Other people have different hobbies. I'm not sure what yours are, but hopefully some of you like cooking. That's why you've chosen to come to this class. So thank you for coming today. It's really brings me so much joy to share food and energy with you. So food and the chakras, let's jump into seeing food as energy. So your body and my body and all our bodies are like a plant or a tree. So I often use this image here because everybody knows what trees look like and how big and strong they can be and how they have nice strong roots underneath. Maybe you didn't know this, or maybe you don't see all the roots underneath the soil and underneath the earth. But a tree, doesn't matter if it's a little tree or a big tree, has really good support with the trunk of the tree, the body of the tree, also the roots, and then it can grow up with its branches and its leaves. So our bodies are the same. Our body in the middle is like the trunk of the tree, and then the upper half of the body is like the branches, so the arms and the lungs and the heart and the head. And then the lower body, the legs and our feet and our toes and all of our energy underneath our feet. Maybe you can't see that part of the body, the energy body. We need strong roots in our legs and our energy in the lower half of the body to be strong. So just like a plant and just like a tree and all the vegetables and all the of nature, really, we need to have strong branches, a strong stem or a trunk, and we also need sunshine and water. Then we can have good bacterial, good soil health. So the soil, which is in the middle, pretty much, it doesn't look like it because trees are so big, right? But there is such a big, deep, expansive root system underneath that really the middle of the tree and the middle of us is the same. So that's our belly button. So if you just touch your hands onto your stomach or your belly button and just go out to the left and the right and back to the center, that's our soil. That's our balance point. So when we have healthy digestion and healthy stomach and all our intestines are absorbing our food, then we're really healthy and we have good soil health or earth health, which is the same as the tree and the soil and the dirt in the ground. We really need that to be healthy so we can grow more food, more plants, more trees. So we need the sun and we need water, just like the plants and the trees. So there is, through the sun and the moon and the stars, but we'll just focus on the sun because it's easier and we can see that because we're awake during the day. We get sunlight into our food. So this is just a little beetroot or a little turnip, parsnip, turnip. I don't know if you like those, beetroot or turnips or radishes. But this is just to show you vegetables. So all plants and vegetables get the sunlight from the day, or every day, all day. And that allows the plants to grow because of the vitamins, the minerals, and the weather, with the water as well through the rain, or if you water your plants in your garden, and then having good soil health, as I mentioned. And then we get this energy or life force into the food. And then when we eat that food, so over here on the right, this is us, all the humans, all the people, we can benefit and consume and enjoy all the wonderful carbohydrates and proteins and fats and vitamins and minerals, as well as oxygen and more energy and life force, because we're taking those vegetables which have the energy of the sun and the moon and the stars, and we're eating that energy and giving ourselves energy as well. So it's a wonderful process, and we go through this every day to get more energy. So we need to eat healthy, wholesome food to get more energy and feel more energy and nourish our bodies. When we're not eating fresh food that's grown in nature, like vegetables and whole grains and beans and proteins, it doesn't matter if you're eating beans and you're vegetarian, or if you're eating chicken and fish and beef, they all are grown naturally. What happens if we're eating processed food or frozen foods or junk food, then that doesn't have any of this life force energy or this cosmic energy. It's not grown out in nature. It's made in a factory, and it's not as healthy. There are some foods that are healthy that are made in factories, but if we can, we want to get fresh vegetables and fresh foods more into our lives. So let's talk about the chakras. There are 7 main energy centers, as I mentioned. They're inside the body and outside the body, but we'll go with the inside, so you can feel them or sense them, just like this diagram here. So we have the base chakra, and then the second, the third, the fourth, which is in the heart, the fifth, which is in the throat, the sixth, which is in the eyebrows or the third eye, and then the seventh, which is the crown chakra, and that sits just above our head. So these 7 main energy centers, you might feel them, or you might have heard of them, or seen them in diagrams before, but they're related to how we feel in our body and how healthy we are. They also relate to our different emotions. Maybe we feel sad or happier, or we have other emotions and our feelings that can relate to different energy centers in the body. And ideally, or hopefully, your energy centers and your chakras are open and flowing, so we can feel happy and go about our day in a nice, smooth way. So we're not angry or sad. We're just moving our energy through. Hi guys, how are you? Hi, I'm Kimberly. I'm just started the class, so we're just talking about our chakras. So I'm going to keep going, and we were talking about food. I'll just go back one slide just to show you something actually quickly. I was just talking about how our bodies are like plants and trees. So we have the branches of the tree, which is the upper half of our body, and we have the roots of the tree or a plant, which are our legs and the bottom half of our body. And then the middle of the body is like our belly button and our digestion, and that's the soil or the earth. So we need to look after our bodies just like we would plants or trees, and we need sunshine and water as well. Okay, so that's what I was just mentioning. And when we eat food grown in nature and under the sunshine, whether it's proteins or beans or grains or vegetables or fruits, they have this cosmic energy. They have the sun, and then therefore the natural vitamins and minerals can form inside the food. And then when we eat them, we can use them in our body and our energy bodies as carbohydrates and proteins, fats, also vitamins. We will intake oxygen when we eat fresh food as well. And then we get the life force energy too. Okay. So I'll just keep going with the chakras. So we're talking about the chakras in relation to food. And have you heard of the chakras before? Yeah. So I was just saying also earlier that there's 7 main ones, but there are many more above our bodies and underneath our feet. But we're going to be talking about the 7 chakras and food and how we can feed our chakras today. So the 7 chakras are the first, or the base chakra. That's like very low in your belly, almost right at the base of your belly. And then the second one is just a little bit higher than that. And then the third one is around just above the belly button. You can touch them if you want. And then the fourth one is at your heart. The fifth one is at your throat. The sixth is in the forehead, deep inside. And the 7th is the crown chakra. Okay. So we can eat certain foods to nourish these, or to help give us more energy. Are there any parts of your body that you feel are not so smooth or flowing, or you sometimes feel a little bit of heaviness or tightness in your body? Do you want to just touch one? Is it in the stomach, or the heart, or the head, or the throat, or the shoulders? Yes. Yeah, I get that too. So that's where we hold our energy. And everybody holds their energy in different places. Some people hold it in the stomach and the digestive system. Some people hold it in the chest and the heart. Some people hold it in the neck and the shoulders. Some people get headaches. So these are all blockages of energy. And it doesn't mean when you eat these foods that goes away, but it can really help with the energy flow and strengthening the energy in different parts of the body. All right. So what do chakras have to do with food? Well, we need food as fuel to keep our physical body alive, and we need food to keep us happy and in a good mood. And food is energy, and we need the energy from the food. So food that doesn't have much life force energy, do you have any examples maybe? What kind of food doesn't give you energy or is not alive with a lot of energy? Yeah, you can unmute the microphone.
Like
Hamburgers.
burgers and fries and soda.
Yeah, do you eat them?
Not very often, but every once in a while, our dad will make.
Yeah. Well, if you make them at home, it's different because it's better quality, and you know what's inside it. It's probably real, like healthy beef or chicken or whatever meat you're using. And it's much better quality than in a fast food restaurant. And why do you think hamburgers don't have as much energy?
Well, because I think meat, I feel like there's some sort of bad energy to meat.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Okay. Yeah.
Like in the fast food places, maybe the meat that they raise was like not happy.
Yeah. You need a happy cow to have happy hamburgers, happy beef. Absolutely. Yeah. So it's not that the meat is bad. It's just heavier. That's all. If you think of a hamburger, and even with the French fries, there's just more oil. So then it's just heavier. So it's not that there's foods that's bad or good. It's just, it's a different energy. So we can enjoy all foods and have hamburgers and fries every now and then. That's fine. But when people are eating them every day, that's a lot of heaviness to digest. If you're eating good quality hamburgers with good quality hamburger buns and vegetables inside your burger, and the beef is, good quality beef, then it's fine. It's just a problem when we don't have the balance and people eat too much of those foods. So what kind of food gives you energy then? Or what kind of ingredients do you think are a little bit healthier? What kind of foods?
Fruits, vegetables.
Yeah. Do you like those? Do you like fruits and vegetables?
Most of them.
Most of them. Which ones don't you like?
Asparagus and
yeah.
Brussels sprouts.
You don't like those? Yeah. You like them? Does your sister like them?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So yes, so different people like different vegetables, and that's fine. What's your favorite vegetable?
Mine?
Artichoke.
Yeah, same.
I love artichoke. That's my favorite vegetable too. Artichokes and broccoli are my favorites. That's interesting. You like artichokes, but not Brussels sprouts. They have a similar, different flavor, but they're similar kind of shape, actually. Okay,
Yeah.
that's interesting. Good. Okay. So yeah, every food has energy. Just if it's fresh and ideally if it's seasonal. So if we eat different foods, so like asparagus and artichokes actually are really good in springtime. And then because they grow up and outwards, and then vegetables that are good in the fall or autumn and or winter, they grow down because they give us a lot of downward energy and focus. And also they're really good in winter. They're warming. So like all the root vegetables like carrots and parsnips, they're really good in winter. And then all the artichokes and asparagus, you don't have to eat them if you don't like them. And salads and spring onions, they grow up, and celery, they grow up. So we can use different energy from different foods and different seasons to change how we feel as well. So I don't know if you guys pay attention to how you feel when you eat or after you eating. Is it after you eat? Is there certain foods that make you feel light and happy and certain foods that make you feel a little bit slow?
Well, I like smoothies. Smoothies make me feel kind
Yeah,
of
smoothies are
excited.
great. They're easy to digest too.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice. And what about
I mean, if I eat something, greasy and fried, I don't know. I like the taste. I mean, they're really good, but afterward, I feel kind of like, ooh.
bit slow?
Yeah,
Do you feel like you don't want to do anything? Just sit on the sofa?
something like that.
Yeah. So again, no food is good or bad. We just pay attention to how we feel, and then we can choose certain foods to give us different feelings and different energy. If we drank smoothies all day, every day, then that's also not good. That's too many smoothies if we don't eat any other things. And if we eat hamburgers all day, that's actually the complete opposite energy. So you can have them a little bit and then find that balance in the middle. So have you guys heard of macronutrients before? Or proteins and fats and carbs?
I've heard of proteins and fats, carbs. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so this is how we normally see, or in the world, most people see nutrition or food as these three food groups. They're called macronutrients. Macro just means big, and nutrients just means the vitamins and the minerals and the nutrition in the food. So mostly we see things in protein. And then I've written healthy fats and oils because I don't want everyone to be eating unhealthy fats and oils. And then there's the carbohydrates. So I've written here complex carbohydrates and vegetables. And what complex means, it doesn't mean harder or more difficult. It just means more nutrients. So instead of white rice, brown rice or black rice or red rice, they have more fiber and more nutrition. Okay. And then all the vegetables. So traditionally, we would say in nutrition, we would have a lot of healthy carbohydrates and vegetables, a little bit of protein, which is this yellow part of this chart, and then a little bit of healthy fats and oils. So there's some examples here like olives and avocados, nuts and seeds. They're really nice, healthy oils and fats. All the vegetables are here. And then this is like whole grain pasta and breads. And then protein, chicken, fish, eggs, chickpeas, beans, all the proteins. There's also protein in spinach and green vegetables too. People don't realize that. So what's your favorite food from each category? So what's your favorite protein? Meat or fish or cheese or eggs or beans?
I think for the complex carbohydrates, I would choose maybe some bread.
You like bread?
Yeah,
Nice.
maybe for the healthy fats and oils, definitely olives.
Ooh, I love olives too.
I would get the little tomatoes.
And then for the
Like
protein, it would be the fish.
Oh, you like fish? Okay, what kind of fish?
Salmon mostly.
Salmon.
Yeah, and for me, the protein would probably be Well, if I had to pick one protein, I'd probably pick tofu because I'm a vegetarian.
Okay.
So-
Yeah.
Or nuts and
Tofu
beans.
and nuts. Okay. Are you the only vegetarian in your family?
Hmm.
Yep. Okay. And how old are you guys?
I'm 10,
Uh-huh.
12.
10 and 12. Okay, great. Yeah, so as you can see, there's so many options when it comes to these. So traditionally, we would look at food and nutrition in this way, and this is a great way to plan your meals and go shopping and cooking and make your tofu dishes or your fish dishes with your vegetables and your breads and your pastas and your rice and a little bit of the healthy fats and oil. So this is a great way to see food, and I do as well. But I also really like seeing food as energy. So we're going to go through each chakra. Even though we're talking about 7 chakras today, the top chakras, the top 2, the forehead, the 6th chakra, and the 7th, and the crown, it's a little bit hard to talk about with food because we don't eat and the food goes up to the top of our head. But I'll just mention it as well. So when we're talking about building up our body or getting really healthy in the energy body, it is important to know that we have these energy centers. Do either of your parents do yoga?
Yeah, oftentimes do.
Do you do yoga?
Yeah,
Yeah.
A little bit.
a little bit.
A little bit. Okay. We have yoga classes as well here in the Magic School. So yeah, so in yoga, we often talk about the energy centers as well. Whether we're talking about breathing or moving, it's really related to that. So the base chakra is about giving our bodies structure and the building blocks. So we need protein to build the structure, to build our bones and our muscles in the body. So if we think about our feet all the way up the body, we need to be strong. So it's like the base for our muscles. And it doesn't matter if it's meat or vegetarian. This is, as I mentioned just now, there's so many types of protein. So tofu is a good one. Fish is a good one as well, as you guys enjoy. But yeah, meats or eggs or beans, lentils, chickpeas, they all have protein as well. So that's the first one. Do you guys have protein every day? You have some fish or chicken or tofu or beans? Yeah. Do you like beans?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
So here you've already told me your favorites. So we've got tofu, beans, salmon, and chicken. If you're vegetarian, don't worry about it. Just ignore the chicken. It's okay. But everybody can actually eat more beans and tofu, not just vegetarians. I personally think I'm more vegetarian as well. I do eat some fish. But yeah, I think everybody can eat a little bit more beans and tofu. And why beans are really good, and this includes lentils and chickpeas and things like that, there's a lot of fiber in them as well. And if you think about a bean, they're picked fresh and then they're dried, these kinds of beans anyway. So when they dry, they get more sun in them. And actually, in terms of energy, just for energy, not the nutritional side of things, there's a lot of energy contracted inside the bean. So when you soak it and you cook it, that energy is released and then you eat it. And that's why they're a really good source of energy as well, and protein. But all the other proteins are good too, but I just mentioned that to you. So if we go up the body to the 2nd chakra, this is all about liquids. So we have here on the side, you can see the photos. We've got all kinds of soups, pumpkin soup, spinach soup, mushroom soup, tomato soup. Then there's teas or herbal teas and smoothies and juices, which you liked. So these are really good as well, and they're related to our kidneys. So if you see the photo here, if you just touch your lower back, that's where your kidneys are. And so this is related to the element of water. So we need healthy water. We can drink water, of course, but we can also get liquids through our soups, teas, and juices and smoothies, which have a lot of nutrients in them, a lot of health benefits because there's all the vegetables and the herbs and the fruits inside. What's your favorite smoothie?
Me? Well, I like fruit smoothies mostly.
Mm-hmm. But like a banana one or a chocolate one or a strawberry one?
Like mixed fruit, like blueberries and raspberries and blackberries.
Oh, yum. And what do you put, water or soy milk or almond milk?
We put like almond milks and stuff like that.
Great.
Yeah. Soup.
And soup, what's your favorite soup?
Oh, I don't know. I love all of them.
Okay. And what about you? What about your brother? What kind of soups or smoothies do you like?
For me, like a nice Asian soup.
Okay,
Ooh, yeah.
I love an Asian soup.
great.
Or, just a chicken noodle soup.
Yep. Okay, so
Um,
the clear soups, the clear colored, yeah, not like the creamy thick ones. Okay.
yeah.
Yeah,
Great.
I think we usually have more of the clear kind of soups.
Nice. They're a lot lighter as well, and there's usually a lot of like nutrients. So for example, in chicken noodle soup, there's a lot of minerals from the chicken, but also the vegetables. So you could do a vegetable soup as well. Okay, so we've got the protein in the base, we've got liquids, and soups and teas and juices. Then I've already asked you this one. We'll keep going. The third chakra is related to starches. So this is the carbohydrates that I mentioned. So we've got sweet potatoes, pumpkin, squash, and rice. This is brown rice, but really anything in this category that's starchy and it has natural sweetness. So a sweet potato and pumpkin and squash, they have sweet flavor in them. They're not like a candy bar or a chocolate bar or a muffin or a donut, like that kind of sugar. That's like white sugar, but this is natural sweetness inside. And then all rices, or like black rice or brown rice or red rice, has sweetness in that. And that fuels the third chakra. And the third chakra is related to the stomach and the spleen. So I've got these photos here of the body. Underneath the text, so you can see where the stomach is. I don't know if you know where your spleen is. Nobody really knows where their spleen is. Did you know where your spleen is?
It's
On the left. I'll show you. So if this is the stomach here, the spleen is all the way on the side inside. So that's where this pink little tiny.
okay.
Yeah. So that's your stomach. Big stomach, it absorbs all the food, and then the spleen works with the stomach to digest the food. So the spleen really likes sweet flavors. So what's your favorite starch or carbohydrate?
Rice or
Rice or potatoes or
rice, bread, or potatoes.
bread? Yep.
I like bread and
Yep.
rice and potatoes. It depends on the potato though.
So have you guys ever had sweet potatoes?
Yeah.
Have you ever had sweet purple potatoes?
Yes.
No.
Yeah, you have? Okay. Where do you guys live?
We're searching for a house.
Okay.
Here in
Where are you-
Valley.
Where are you?
We've traveled the world since we were like 4 years old.
What?
So we really don't have a house.
Wow. So you've eaten all kinds of foods.
Yeah.
Wow, that's so good. So that's the benefit of traveling. You get to eat the most amazing foods and different flavors from different cultures.
Yeah, I like quinoa.
Oh, and quinoa, that's a good one. Quinoa is a great one. Yeah, great. Okay, so we'll keep going. So we have the proteins, the soups and the liquids, the carbohydrates, which feed the stomach and the spleen. And then the fourth chakra, which is in the heart, the chest, is all about vegetables. So the more vegetables, the better. And really, it's not only about the quantity, but also the variety. So if we're eating kale every day, or tomatoes every day, or cucumbers every day, or even sweet potatoes every day, we don't get that variety. So you know what I mean by variety, right? Different types. The more types, the better. And why they're so good is that they're full of sun energy. So vegetables, I'm also a big fan of the elements. So we have different elements in nature and also in our body. So vegetables include the earth element because they're grown usually in the earth, unless they're like seaweeds or sea vegetables. They also have the air, the fire and the sun, and water so that they can grow. So all vegetables have so much sun energy or life force energy. So when people are just eating steak or hamburgers and they don't eat any vegetables, they're missing out on a lot of natural energy. Okay, does that make sense? Like, look at all this color of the vegetables. There's so much energy and health inside them. So you already told me some of your favorite vegetables. artichokes. Any other vegetables that you like?
I definitely like bok choy.
Yeah? Great. You guys spend a lot of time traveling in Asia?
Actually, we went to Thailand.
We mostly travel Europe.
We mostly travel in Europe,
Okay.
but I just love Asian food and Indian food and Mexican food.
Oh, those are my favorites too. I love Indian as well, and Thai. But everyone loves Mexican. That's delicious. It's so easy to eat. And the good thing about those foods, those cultures, is that they have a lot of all the food groups that we're talking about. They know how to just have that good balance and good variety naturally. They're really good at that. Yeah.
I like cabbage,
Cabbage. What color cabbage?
purple cabbage.
Oh, nice.
Um,
Do you have that raw or do you cook it?
well, we cook it sometimes, and sometimes we put it in salads and stuff. But sometimes when my mom's cutting it, I just eat some of it.
Raw.
Raw.
Oh, yum.
I like that way.
So another way we can look at having more variety of vegetables is the colors. So if you're just eating purple, it's really good actually. No, most people don't eat enough purple cabbage. That's great, but we really want like a rainbow of colors. So we've got like carrots, beetroot, broccoli, bok choy, but within each category, there's more. So there's obviously more than just bok choy. There's hundreds of types of leafy green vegetables. And then there's broccoli and cauliflower, and then all the different root vegetables. One thing I will say, oh yeah, go ahead.
Oh, we also like kale.
Oh, kale. You know, there's many different types of kale as well. Different colors and shapes, yeah, but kale's great. So one thing though with the root vegetables like beetroot or carrots or even parsnips and others is that they have the leafy green part, and most people throw that away. But if you can eat a little bit of that or chop it up and put it in a soup or a stew, that's really good because that has the whole energy of that vegetable. So you're getting the root part, which is really sweet and crunchy, or if you're baking it or cooking it, it's going to get soft. So it's giving that grounding energy. But then if you eat the leaves of the carrot or the beetroot, you're also getting that upward energy. Okay. So a lot of people throw it away, and I'm always like, don't waste the green part. So if you can, if you're cooking or if your mom's cooking or your dad's cooking, try and get some of the tops in as well. So vegetables also, there's artichokes, if you look at them, if you don't even need to cut them, purple cabbage, you need to cut maybe the beetroot too, and the artichokes you don't need to. You can see this beautiful pattern. And this is really like cosmic energy of the sun and the moon and the stars in all fruits and vegetables. So if you think about even an apple, if you cut it halfway in the middle, like vertically or horizontally, and you open it, you get a pattern right in the middle near the seeds and the core. So these are just some pretty ones that I found. Do you know any other vegetables or fruits that you've cut before and thought, wow, it's so pretty in the inside?
Watermelon. Oh, have you ever seen inside of dragon fruit?
Oh my goodness, yes. That's so cool, right? Actually, the dragon fruit's very interesting outside too.
Yeah. Oh, and also like purple carrots. Sometimes if you cut them inside, they're like yellow inside. That's kind of cool.
Purple carrots are amazing. And there's also yellow carrots, not just orange carrots. People don't eat enough. You like the color purple, huh? Purple cabbage and purple carrots. Yeah, great.
I mean, we don't have purple carrots that often, but I remember one time we bought them and that was fun.
Yeah, they have a different taste too, a different flavor.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, so this is just another example of how good and how much energy different vegetables have, and how we want to have different vegetables in our life. And also when you eat them, just start to notice these patterns as well as the energy that they give you. And then the fifth chakra is all about fruits. So I've got lots of fruits here. I think that's a dragon fruit. It's very orange. Oh no, this one is. I'm not sure what. That's soursop, I think. So yeah, there's your dragon fruit. And there's white dragon fruit and pink dragon fruit. Have you had both? Yeah, so pretty. And then papaya, orange, kiwi, really all the fruits. So fruits are really easy to digest, and they come in the rainbow of colors and beyond. There's so much delicious, colorful energy in fruits. They also contain vitamins and minerals and obviously a lot of water. Watermelon has more water than probably all the fruits, and they're really tasty. So this is also a really nice source of energy, and it goes straight to the heart chakra in the fifth chakra. So what's your favorite fruit? We've got blueberries, papaya, mangoes, and strawberries here, but these are just some examples.
Mango.
My favorite, I like mangoes. Oh, I love mangoes and I love coconuts.
Coconuts. You guys definitely should live in Thailand. They have so many coconuts in Thailand.
Yeah. I love coconuts and raspberries are awesome.
Oh,
Blackberry.
do you just eat your fruit like raw, or do you make like raspberry cakes or muffins as well?
I've made raspberry muffins. I actually made them recently, but we usually eat them raw.
Yeah, great. So there is a lot of good energy in raw fruits and vegetables, but you can also use them for cooking. So that's great. Okay, so now we get to the sixth and the seventh chakra. So in the forehead is the sixth chakra. It's also called the third eye, because we have two eyes here and there's one here, which is the sixth chakra, because it's our sense of intuition as well. And then the seventh chakra is the crown chakra, so it's just above the head. So there's not any food that, like physical food, that we can eat to nourish or fuel these chakras. It's more about our emotions and our mental health, and so what we feed our minds with. So it's things what we think about and how we feel are in our emotions, whether we feel sad or happy, that we want to keep as strong and clean as possible. So when we're eating healthy foods, all the other chakras become balanced and stronger and happier, and the energy in them becomes cleaner. And therefore, the sixth and the seventh chakra will be affected. So we can't actually eat something to affect the sixth or the seventh chakra as much. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we want to build up all the energy centers in the body. So then the sixth and the seventh chakra, so all the chakras can be flowing and aligned and in balance. Are there any foods that make you feel happy?
Happy. Well.
Yeah.
Well, mangoes and coconuts and raspberries make me
Make you happy. Great. Good.
like.
Yeah, you get excited for them. That's great. So it's important to have foods like that make us happy or make us feel good after we eat them. They tend to have more energy and higher vibration. So fruits, vegetables, definitely. And most people, maybe not you guys, but a lot of people and kids don't eat enough fruits and vegetables, particularly. So that's something to start to do. But I think you guys seem like you're pretty healthy. So when we're happy in these chakras, all of our chakras, but especially the ones, the sixth, well, really the fifth, sixth, and seventh, then we can be this clearer channel, and we're more intuitive and more sensitive to.
Okay,
Are you back?
we have to go real quick.
There's an emergency.
Okay. So when we are more balanced in the body here and clearer in our energy body from all the chakras all the way up to the head and our crown, then we can communicate and be more intuitive with the outside world. So we can be more sensitive to the seasons or the sun energy or the wind or the rain, the animals. And that's a really powerful thing. When we start to be more intuitive, then we also know what we want to eat. So we will listen to our bodies more and we'll know what foods that it needs on any day or any season. So maybe we wake up and we feel like eating mangoes, or we wake up and we feel like eating coconuts, or we wake up and we feel like we want oatmeal. We will listen more to our body and the internal messages it's giving us. So I have a question for you. You can think about this later, but what is your favorite emotion that you feed? So our friend just now was talking about raspberries making her feel very happy. So that's great. Maybe certain foods make you feel more calm and stable and grounded, or maybe some foods make you feel angry or not so happy when you're eating them or after you're eating them. But if they are all wholesome, fresh foods, know that they are doing good for your energy body and your chakras. So yeah, as long as they're healthy and you enjoy them, definitely have more of those foods. But trying to find that balance and variety. So you're not just eating carrots, or you're not just eating broccoli, but you're having different foods, because different foods will give you more of that balance, and they'll feed each of your chakras as well. So just to summarize this class, we talked about the protein, feeding and helping our base chakra ground us and give us stability. So whether that's fish or beans or tofu or meats. Then the second chakra is all about liquids and having soups and teas and fresh juice. And then the third chakra, remember, that's the stomach and the digestion and the spleen. It's all about ground or round vegetables like pumpkins and sweet potatoes, and also whole grains like brown rice, black rice, and all the whole grain breads, pastas. Then there's vegetables for the heart chakra. The heart chakra. Fruits for the throat chakra, and we're moving up the body. These are lighter foods, yeah? All these foods start to get a little bit lighter as we go up, easy to digest, and that there's more cosmic energy from the sun, the moon, and the stars in the fruits and the vegetables. And that takes us further up. We can balance our emotions and our mood through the 6th and the 7th chakra. So then we stay very balanced in our head and our mind and our thoughts. So this is a nice way to see food, or start to see food from an energy perspective. And I'll just share a little bit more with you. Foods that harm our energy body and our chakras, and some suggestions of foods to eat more of. So if we can eat less white sugar, less processed junk food, and less unnatural foods, so refined foods, the more processing and packaging that they do, the less healthy it is, and it doesn't give our body and our chakras more energy. Instead, we want to eat more fresh foods, more vegetables and plants, more beans and bean products, and more whole grains and whole grain products like the brown rice or the black rice or dark colored breads. So we're all moving at these times back to seeing our body as one big system, and that it's all energy. So when we start to do that, and we start to care more about the outside world and the way we grow our food, our fruits and our vegetables in a more natural way with less chemicals, more seasonal and more color and variety, we give back to Mother Earth as well. So we're not just growing food and taking all the food or spraying things on the food. Everything is more natural. Therefore, it gets more good energy from the sun, the moon, and the stars. And we eat that food and get more energy, and that cosmic energy, into our bodies, our physical bodies, and our energy bodies as well. So I like to think of food as energetic. So energetic nutrition, not just nutrition or food. And yeah, we can be more connected with our environment. And also know that food can change your blood, your cells, your genes, your DNA. And of course, as well as food can change your mood, your behavior, and your spirit as well. So I believe that this is the way of the future, seeing food as energy. I have other classes on superfoods, and this one today we talked about the chakras and food. So it's all energy, and I hope that you look after all your chakras and your energy bodies. And if you have any questions, you can let me know, or you can let us know at Magic School. I would love to answer them. And I thank you for coming today to this class, and I hope you can join me for another class. Remember, my name is Kimberly, and we'll see you at the next class. Bye, everyone.